In today's show, Bitcoin price climbs 20% overnight as the U.S. banks brace for a 40% profit cut. Bitcoin just made a swift 20% recovery after a bloodbath of a weekend. In today's show, we'll be discussing Bitcoin's real daily volume, topping 22 billion as the Bitcoin price recovers. Also, Max Keiser made a major prediction for 2021. He shares one of the major central banks in the world will collapse in 2021. The central banks are leveraged at 50, 60, 70 to 1. They're leveraged more than the long-term capital management was at its highest point of leverage. And he continues, when the first central bank collapses, it will start an avalanche out of fiat money and paper money. The top beneficiary of that will be Bitcoin. And this is Max's catalyst for his $220,000 Bitcoin price prediction, which he reiterates right here. 220,000 in 2021 in play, and his short-term play is 65,000 per Bitcoin. We'll be discussing this here in today's show. Also in today's episode, crypto analyst Michaël Poppe says Bitcoin could hit $300,000 this cycle. That's right, the prominent trader and crypto analyst is outlining why he believes Bitcoin's current bull run will catapult Bitcoin to as high as $300,000, which he reveals in this new exclusive interview. I'll be giving you all the juicy details right here in today's show. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, Bitcoin is recovering nicely along with the rest of the crypto market, but where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day, so be sure to smash that subscribe button, that's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily, premium Crypto News Alerts every single day, just like this. And before I kick off today's show, if interested in receiving a mega deposit bonus of up to $500 plus an additional $100 free, plus a guaranteed $20 for a total of $620 as a free trading bonus from the Bybit exchange, be sure to check out my referral link in the description right down below and use that voucher code to take advantage of it. They're also giving away 3 Ledger Nanos specifically to my audience based on whoever deposits the highest amount of Bitcoin. So be sure to take advantage of it and let's go. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host JV. We have a lot to discuss today, so let's dive right in, shall we? The dollar value of Bitcoin jumped 20% overnight. Hallelujah. Leading into January 12th as the world's most well-known crypto recovered swiftly from a 27% decline suffered just days before. The broader crypto market followed suit on Tuesday as over $150 billion flooded back into the global market cap. On the same day, the spot price of Bitcoin jumped from 30,468 to 36,633 in a little over 15 hours leading into Tuesday morning, representing overnight gains of 20.2%. This returned a majority of the losses incurred by the coin over the course of the previous weekend when the Bitcoin price plunged from almost 42,000 down to about the $30,000 price mark, which is the biggest correction since we hit a new all-time high above $20,000 back in December. As reported by Reuters on January 11th, major banking institutions in the United States will be hoping to put 2020 firmly behind when the fourth quarterly numbers are released on Friday. Financial analysts are expecting a sharp contrast between Bitcoin's recent fortunes and those of the legacy banking sector, with some anticipating losses of over 40%. Citigroup is expected to show a 42% decline for the last 3 months of the previous year, while analysts predict Wells Fargo will suffer a similar drop of around 39%. Next week, Bank of America will release their own quarterly report, which is expected to show a profit decline of 33%. Now, not every bank suffered equally towards the end of 2020. However, with JP Morgan expected to post a less severe 5% drop, 2 major banks are anticipated to post positive numbers for the final quarter. That's Morgan Stanley, expected to post 1% profits, and Goldman Sachs may be in for a 43% increase to quarterly profits off the back of a strong showing in the capital market services. And despite the apparent fluctuations exhibited in the banking sector, Barclays analyst Jason Goldberg says most firms will be aiming to close the door on 2020 and remain optimistic about the coming year. He goes on to share, you can look at quarter 4 as somewhat as a transition quarter as you put some of the challenges from 2020 in the rearview mirror and look ahead to an improved 2021. Some banks have already recovered 35% since the U.S. presidential election results in November. That's right. And before I break down our next story of the day, Bitcoin real daily trading volume tops $22 billion billion as the Bitcoin price recovers. First, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market. We can see Bitcoin up 6.5%, trading above $35,200. We have Ethereum up about 5%, trading at about $1,100, and XLM, Stellar Lumens, up 20%, trading just above 29 cents. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Trading activity on Bitcoin exchanges spiked massively, even as the Bitcoin price was suffering a major correction. According to data from crypto research firm Masari, Bitcoin's real 24-hour trading volume is about $22.3 billion. To put this figure into context, Cointelegraph previously reported Bitcoin's real 7-day trading volume setting a new all-time high of $60 billion. In only one day, exchanges have processed over a third of that sum, likely pointing to a new all-time high by the end of the week if the current momentum is sustained. That's right, despite the suffering service disruptions amid the price decline, Coinbase recorded about $3.5 billion in trading volume, according to data from crypto analytics provider Skew. In total, Coinbase processed over $9.5 billion in crypto trades just on Monday, an all-time high for the exchange. Indeed, Coinbase's volume record on Monday exceeds the platform's total trading activity for the whole Q1 of 2019. The figure also surpasses the exchange's January 2020 trading volume total. So given the swift bounce for Bitcoin from $31,000 to the $35,000 price mark, it's evident that a significant proportion of the trading activity was driven by the Bitcoin buying opportunity below the recent high. That's right, BTFD all day. Buy that freaking dip. Indeed, both Masari and Glassnode data show positive net tether exchange flows, indicating a continued appetite for Bitcoin, with the price still about 6,000 below its all-time high. Monday's trading activity spike also extended to the derivatives market, with the Bitcoin options and futures arena seeing massive volumes. Data from Skew puts yesterday's Bitcoin futures trading volume at over 170 billion. CME alone nearly eclipsed the 5 billion trading mark, setting a new 24-hour volume record. Bitcoin options volume crossed the 2 billion mark on Monday as well. Meanwhile, some analysts say Monday's dip was a healthy and necessary correction, as I shared with you in yesterday's episode. Also, keep in mind, Bitcoin is still up a whopping 23% year to date, and we're just getting started in 2021. And before I break down this major 2021 prediction from Max Keiser, as well as crypto analyst Michaël van de Poppe saying Bitcoin could hit $300,000 this cycle, but let's first take a look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting at 962 billion with 211 billion in volume in the past 24 hours, and current Bitcoin dominance is at 68.8%, and the current Bitcoin market cap is sitting at 662 billion. Now checking out the top gainers within the top 100, we have Nano up about 25%, trading at $3.61. Avalanche up 22%, trading at $8. IOST up 21%, trading at 1 cent. Quant up 19%, trading at $18.40. And Compound up 17.5%, trading at $197. Now checking out the biggest losers within the top 100, we have Dash down 5.5%, trading just under $127. We have 0x down 5%, trading at 43 cents. Digibyte down 4%, trading at 2.6 cents. And Satoshi Vision down 4%, trading at $186. Now, out of this list of the biggest gainers and losers, which altcoins in particular are you most bullish on? Drop me a comment right down below. Now, checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. It shows we're currently rated an 84 in extreme greed. Yesterday was a 90, last week a 93, and last month a 91 in extreme greed. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity, like we witnessed yesterday and over the weekend. BTFD, buy that freaking dip. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. All right, now let's check out this quote from Max Keiser. He shared this with this recent interview he did with Stansberry Research, where he went on to share some major predictions. One of them was one of the major central banks in the world will collapse in 2021. The central banks are leveraged at 50, 60, 70 to 1. They're leveraged more than the long-term capital management was at its highest point of leverage. And he continues, when the first central bank collapses, it will start an avalanche at a fiat money and paper money. The top beneficiary of that will be Bitcoin. Touche. And it will be the catalyst for Max's price prediction of 220,000 per Bitcoin in 2021, as he reveals right here. 65,000 short-term target in play, 220,000 in 2021 in play. This is even after the recent correction we just witnessed in the crypto market. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Max Keiser's 2021 Bitcoin price predictions, and when do you feel we're likely to break that $65,000 short-term target? Let me know in the comments right down down below. And before I break down our final story of the day, crypto analyst Michaël Poppe says Bitcoin could hit $300,000 per BTC this cycle. First, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the market. This goes for all 660 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. I also have some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including the blog to my podcast, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Also, be sure to smash that subscribe button right below this video in the description to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. You can also find me on all the major podcasting platforms, from Spotify, the home of the Joe Rogan Experience, to Apple's iTunes. You can also follow me on Twitter to receive daily crypto news alerts. My Twitter handle is crypto news. Yes. And for those of you active on Facebook, I do have a private crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy. To join it, click this link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram, I do have a private crypto Telegram chat, which is uncensored. So go ahead and click that link. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. All right, now let's break down our final story of the day. Prominent trader and crypto analyst Michaël Poppe is outlining why he believes Bitcoin's current bull cycle will catapult Bitcoin to as high as $300,000. In this new video, the crypto strategist goes on to share what the majority of the people are expecting at this point, which is something at about $100,000 to $200,000 is probably going to be broken to the upside, given that the human psychology, or market psychology and market cycles, if you go back in history, then you know that the people who were expecting a bull run to occur in 2015 or 2016 would have never bet a price level of $20,000 per Bitcoin. Poppe highlights that the markets tend to be irrational as it goes through a boom cycle. He uses Apple stock as an example. According to the trader, Apple accelerated continuously after recovering from the dot-com bubble without any real correction. He goes on to share, once something starts to run, you most likely will not get a great re-entry again, as FOMO gets to the asset and the price is getting pushed up, which in effect we also saw in the recent Bitcoin run. Bitcoin ran from $10,000 to $40,000 without any significant corrections. Of course, there's that 30% correction that is going to occur at some point, which might mean that we're going to drop towards $26,000 to $28,000. Who knows? And lo and behold, we just witnessed almost a 30% correction in the previous 3 days, with Bitcoin dropping to as low as $30,000. And he continues, but still significantly higher than the areas of $20,000 or $14,000. That's right. I do not see Bitcoin dropping below 20K ever again. Hopefully 30,000 is the new strong support to act as the $10,000 support did back in 2020. Now, Poppe hypothesizes that should Bitcoin rise on the back of growing adoption and awareness, a $300,000 Bitcoin price target is reasonable. He goes on to share the overall dot-com bubble, which is comparable to the bubble we might be facing with blockchain, which is the adoption start and just the awareness that's going to be bigger for DeFi, which is decentralized finance for ecosystems. The dot-com bubble was between $10 and $12 trillion. If you just for hypothetical reasons put Bitcoin at a dominance of 40 to 50%, let's say 50%, you still have 12 trillion. Bitcoin is already going to be high in the 200,000s just as a conservative target. And he continues, Bitcoin at 300,000 in some years from now would not be weird if you compare it to the dot-com hype and the cycle we had back then. And to watch this entire exclusive interview where he shares his full analysis, be sure to check out the show notes below the video in the description. Now for a quick recap of what I covered with you right here in today's show. Bitcoin price climbs 20% overnight for a pretty massive recovery as the US banks brace for 40% profit cut. Also in today's show, I shared that the Bitcoin real daily volume tops 22 billion as the Bitcoin price recovers. I also shared with you a major prediction from Max Keiser for 2021. He predicts one of the major central banks in the world will collapse. The central banks are leveraged at 50, 60, 70 to 1. They'll leverage more than long-term capital management was at its highest point of leverage. He continues, when the first central bank collapses, it will start an avalanche out of fiat money and paper money. The top beneficiary of that will be Bitcoin, hence his $220,000 Bitcoin price prediction for 2021 still in play, and his short-term target is $65,000. Let me know when you feel we're likely to reach Max Keiser's target. Also in today's show, I shared crypto analyst Michaël Poppe says Bitcoin could hit $300,000 this cycle. So where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go from here? Drop me a comment right down below. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button. That's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. If interested in receiving a mega deposit bonus of up to $500 plus an additional $100 free plus a guaranteed $20 for a total of $620 as a free trading bonus from the Bybit exchange, be sure to check out my referral link in the description right down below and use that voucher code to take advantage of it. They're also giving away 3 Ledger Nanos specifically to my audience based on whoever deposits the highest amount of Bitcoin. So be sure to take advantage of it, and let's go.